Okay, so people in my community often ask me, hey Patrick, what do I need to do to become a senior level Shopify developer? And I thought it'd be really cool to go over the job listing for a senior level position that I recently interviewed for, so you can get a sense of what kind of stuff you need to know at the senior level. Keep in mind that this job I'm gonna show you is for a salary range between $130,000 all the way to $170,000. Everything I'm about to tell you in this video is very important. Make sure you pay attention and stick around to the end for some bonus tips to help you get to a senior level as a Shopify developer. Let's get started. So the job posting, as you can see here on my screen, is from a company called Laser Technologies. Well, let me actually show you the job posting first, and then let's look at Laser Technologies. So we're gonna go over this. So let's look at the Laser Technologies website. So you can see on the homepage, we build world-class digital products. You know, what does that even mean? Who knows? But they are pretty much a web development only agency, and they work in a bunch of different industries. As you can see, a bunch of different companies are listed here. They've done work with Google, they've done work with Coinbase, and of course, Shopify. They've even done work with Drake before. Look at this, OVO, that's crazy. Either way, so this is a big web development agency, and they have a lot of funding. They got a big budget, it's a big company. Right? And they told me when I interviewed with them that they hire people full-time and then they hire people on contract as well. And they actually apparently hire a lot of people on contract from the Latin American region. So if you're in Latin America and you got some skills, you might want to hit them up and see if they would be open to any contract positions. Either way, let's look at the job posting. So, senior Shopify engineer with Laser Technologies. They got some information about the company here. Now keep in mind, this is listed on their website, and I got the listing from LinkedIn as well. So this is definitely something that like I am allowed to show you. Is it listed on their website? You know what? Don't ever say I don't care about you guys because I'm showing you this. All right. So the job summary. Laser is seeking a senior Shopify engineer to join their commerce team. As an engineer on this team, you will help build products across your entire portfolio of clients and across every part of the Shopify stack, online, point of sale, etc. You will work closely with clients, lead projects, ship code daily, and have a tremendous impact and responsibility on everything you're part of and blah, 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 you know, all this corporate stuff that they usually mention. Now, this part right here where they said you will help build products across their entire portfolio of clients. In the interview, I remember asking exactly what does that entail? And essentially what they would do is they would place you in the middle of different team structures with different clients that they have as just the person to help streamline and fix everything. So you gotta really be senior level and know what the hell is going on to do well in this position, because they just randomly place you with different teams and you gotta take the reins, take control, and just, you know, get everything running smoothly. So definitely not something you take on if you don't have much Shopify experience. But if you do, it'll be right up your alley. Now they did mention here they wanted someone who had experience with headless front-end development. Headless is something that's become popular in the last few years as part of the Shopify stack. If you look up Shopify headless development, you could find more information about this. Yeah, so Shopify has an official page on their website about headless commerce. You can look into this to get more of a sense of exactly what that means and what kind of developer tools or technologies you would need to learn to make use of it. As you can see here, it mentions having to know GraphQL, which is for the GraphQL API for Shopify, the Shopify storefront API specifically. And you're probably also gonna need to learn React as well. I'm pretty sure all of Shopify's tooling for headless development is tailored towards React. Now that doesn't mean you can't do it with other types of front-end frameworks, but React I know is the one that they recommend. Let me see, what else can I find out about headless development? There's a bunch of articles on here. Shopify Hydrogen is a tool that Shopify built to use for headless development. So if you're interested in headless stuff, you're going to want to go look up how to use Hydrogen. If you type in Shopify headless development, you're sure to find lots of YouTube videos that talk about how to do it. Yep, lots of YouTube videos here. And there are also YouTube videos for Hydrogen too. Yep, so YouTube is your best friend on this one. Now, I've actually never touched hydrogen before, and I did let them know that in the interview, but something to keep in mind, when working with these big agencies, they might want you to learn headless, so just learn React and, keep it pushing. Of course, you need to know Liquid and theme development. This is a bread and butter. Every Shopify developer has to be experienced with this. Right here, data mapping and migrations. So this one's a little dicey because it's hard to get experience with this unless you have a specific client that has those needs. But as long as you're familiar with how to work with APIs, you could probably figure this out yourself. So I'm sure BigCommerce has an API. Salesforce definitely has an API. Magento probably has one as well. WooCommerce definitely has one. I remember in the interview, they mentioned that sometimes they'll have clients come in with a huge brand built on top of WooCommerce and Magento or something like that, and they want to migrate their entire platform over to Shopify. So doing these types of migrations is something that they were definitely looking for. It's definitely a good skill to have. It's also a good service to offer to clients too, because people want that stuff as well. Now, this is a big one, ERP integrations. I have seen stuff about ERP integrations pop up all over the place. I even have one developer in my community, my Shopify community, that specializes in doing ERP integrations. Oftentimes, the ERP integrations are with NetSuite, and there was actually a Shopify company that the company that I worked for contracted to do some stuff with NetSuite, and they paid them pretty well to work with NetSuite. So if you're interested in learning how to use ERPs, doing all the inventory management and all that stuff, learning NetSuite is definitely a good move. It's definitely on my radar for sure. So they did ask about that. They asked if you're able to integrate headless Shopify with CMSs like Sanity and Contentful. Now, Shopify itself is a CMS when you're using a Shopify theme, but if you decide to go headless, you can connect a Shopify store or the back end of a Shopify store to another content management system like Sanity or Contentful. I've never done this myself, and honestly, it's not something I really recommend really diving deep into unless you have a specific client that wants it. If you want to get some experience with this, I would look into the Contentful API or some API for a CMS you can find. See if you can use it for free, and just try to build out a project connecting the back end of a Shopify store to a CMS like that, just to showcase that you can do it. That's as far as I would go. Now, they also mentioned OMS integrations, which I have no idea what the hell that is. So let's check that out. What is an OMS integration? Order management systems. So stuff related to managing your orders, invoicing, purchase orders, all the accounting stuff. So I'd imagine a good project for this would be like learning how to integrate a Shopify store with QuickBooks or with other accounting systems. That's most likely what this OMS thing means. Of course, they wanted to know if you had experience with Shopify app development. So definitely having some app development stuff under your belt is a good move as well. Honestly, so far it's looking like they just want you to know everything. Now keep in mind, for a lot of job postings, a lot of the stuff that they list is like stuff that they would consider a nice to have. Like there are certain things that are absolutely necessary and certain things that are more of a nice to have. Like if I was looking at this, based on the conversation we had, I'd imagine headless is definitely necessary. Liquid theme development is necessary, and being able to use APIs and having experience with Shopify app development is definitely necessary. And then everything else is I think is more of a nice to have. Like if you can do it, cool. But if you're a good developer, you can learn that stuff. Like for example, subscriptions. Subscriptions I feel like is a good, actually I'm gonna add subscriptions to the need to know category, because even in my career, I've often had many people hiring for Shopify jobs ask if I have experience setting up and managing subscriptions with different apps like Recharge and Order Grove. They mentioned the Shopify native subscriptions API, but to be honest, unless you're building an app on top of subscriptions, you definitely don't want to mess around with this too much. Just get some experience setting up Recharge for a few clients, and that will cover your need for that. And then, of course, core Shopify APIs. If you've ever done app development or messed around with the storefront API, you can check this off as well. So they mentioned strong backend development experience right here. Node.js, Python, Go, or Ruby preferred. As long as you have some kind of backend experience, you'll probably be good. I definitely wouldn't go hard to go figure out Go or Ruby if you don't have any experience with it. Just use what you know. It's more important of what you built as opposed to what languages you know. So don't feel pressure to do everything in a specific language. You can pick up the language in the job. It's not that big of a deal. And then yeah, they list out a bunch of other further qualifications here, which honestly I think is just a lot of corporate jargon that, you know, people will say, of course, I'm a great decision maker. I'm a wonderful problem solver, excellent communicator. Ugh, it's just corporate stuff. And then they list out the perks down here. Now, one thing that I really do think that you need to know for these senior level Shopify jobs, or pretty much any Shopify job is paying a lot, is you need to have a solid understanding of what your client is doing. And you need to be the kind of person that takes ownership over things. People that get paid well to do things are the types of people that take ownership over it. Like, they'd imagine, this company is my company. What would I do to improve the revenue of this company? That's actually really important. Like, to get to that senior level, you want to start to think about how you can actually provide value for your client outside of the code you're writing. Very, very important. And that actually leads us in to the bonus tips that I want to talk about. And if you stuck around this long, good for you. You're about to get some bonus tips. So the first bonus tip is what I was just saying just now. When you're trying to get to that senior level as a Shopify developer, you want to think about, what am I doing to help my client make more money or save time and money? Like, what am I doing to make their company more profitable? That's the most important thing to think about. Any business person online would always say this in their videos. They would say the most important thing you can do is provide value for your clients and to solve big problems for them. The people that are able to solve the biggest problems are the ones that get paid the most, right? So you want to be able to tie whatever you're doing to how much profit your client is making. If you're able to explain or show them, hey, this is what I did and this is how it impacts how much money you're making, you will be able to make so much money. Now, in the context of the job I just showed you, the main value is just how skilled you are as a developer. But in general, you want to think about how whatever you're doing is going to provide value to them and actually help them do more. That's the first tip. Now, the second tip I have for you is to keep things really simple. So us developers, we have this big problem, right? Every time we do anything, we look for the coolest way to do it. For example, if a client came to you and said, I want to implement this feature on my Shopify store, you might think to yourself, okay, I'm a Shopify developer. I can just go build that myself, right? Wrong. You can, but you have to stop thinking so much like a developer and start thinking a little more like a business person. You have to think to yourself, is there a tool out there right now that can do exactly what my client wants me to do? Can I set up that tool for them? And if I did, how much time would I be saving for myself? How much does the tool cost? Maybe I can make the same money without having to sit there and code out the entire solution myself. That's something you definitely want to think about, because as a developer that wants to get paid a lot of money, your goal is to solve your client's problem. They don't care how you solve their problem, as long as you solve it. So don't go out here writing a bunch of code unless you actually need to. This is something I have to tell myself all the time too, because I have a bad habit of just trying to just jump to build something. I have to take a step back and say, hey, does this even make sense? And then make a decision from there. Okay, and the final tip I have for you is to find some kind of mentor. Someone that's better than you, someone that knows more than you, that would actually be willing to talk to you. You'll be really shocked how fast you can move if you find people that are just a few steps ahead of you. Now, in terms of finding a mentor, I'd recommend not looking for someone who's too advanced, because then they'll give you tips that won't work for you at your current level. You need someone that's better than you, but not so much better than you that it's difficult to understand what exactly it is that they're doing. All right, so that's everything I had for you. Now, all the stuff in the senior level post that I mentioned, the job listing I just showed you, all that stuff is stuff you could probably pick up in maybe like 2 or 3 years of doing Shopify development stuff. So if you want to be able to make up to $170,000 per year as a Shopify developer, it's definitely something you can do, as long as you put the work in. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope you got value out of this. Now, if you want to watch another video that's going to give you lots of value, check out my most recent upload. I think you're going to like it a lot. Hope you enjoyed and can't wait to see you on the next one.